You know who it is. If you're unfamiliar with who I am the hair of the back of your seat. It is Jimmy Smith. Today's informative presentation, giving you the most bang for your buck anywhere on YouTube, is about a bulking diet. Let's get into it. Well, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it the right way. If you're unfamiliar with the video I've done before, I'm going to link it on the top of this video so you guys can see right now. But I'm really not a fan of bulking and cutting. That does not work. I do, in the video that I'm referencing, give you guys suggestions for how to do things properly, but for the most part, you'll be better just to not do any kind of bulking and cutting. It doesn't work. Really not that good for your health. But if you want to bulk, if you're obsessed with gaining weight, if you really are a hard gainer and you want to put on size, then you might as well do things right. And here's how to do it right. How? The how is the diet. You want to rotate carbs. There's a link here for my carbohydrate cycling video as well, but as you rotate carbohydrates, you increase the space in your body to then take in extra carbohydrates. So what that means is, as you rotate carbohydrates, so the 4 or 5 days we're in the gym, we're going to have more of a moderate to higher carbohydrate day. That's going to allow our body to recover and give it the nutrients that it needs to gain that size. But you don't want to keep carbs consistently high throughout. You want to keep it low. Lower carbohydrates favor lower insulin levels, which allows our body to burn excessive fat and then body fat for energy. And don't worry about it, you will not lose muscle size. Another tip I forgot to have on here, I didn't put on here, is you actually have to know how much you're taking. I think a lot of people do the whole bulking thing simply because they just want to eat. They want to eat a lot of bad foods and they don't want to focus on what they're doing. You still have to eat good quality foods, and you have to know how many carbohydrates you're taking in, how much fat you're taking in, how many grams of protein you're taking in. Another message is ignore calories, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second, but you want to ignore calories. Even think of it in a bulking analogy. Let's say you start your bulking diet on 3,000 calories or 4,000 calories, whatever it is. Let's use 3,000. So you're on 3,000 calories, and then you're gaining weight, but you're not gaining it fast enough. What are you going to do? You're going to go across the board and up it to 3,500 calories? You're ignoring the hormonal effects of protein, carbs, and fats, and how they each have a different effect on our body, and how we can manipulate those macronutrients for our ideal body. Eat less protein. Yes, I said that, less protein. I'm not a heretic. If you actually look at the research on protein, we do find the term is refractory. We find a refractory response to amino acids. Consistently flooding our body with amino acids, being obsessed that we have to take in a gram to 1.5 grams to 2 grams like the Bodybuilding magazine ad suggesting we have to do that every single day. Our body says, all right, I have so much protein coming in. Your body stores protein. Obviously, your body will use amino acids to build muscle, but amino acid turnover in muscle is not as fast as the magazines like you to think. It is not a daily process. In reality, it probably only happens 2 to 3 times per year. So you're taking in all this protein. Your body says, well, I just got 300 grams or 200 grams yesterday. I don't need that today. What happens? You don't use it. Your body gets rid of it. Focus on low insulin. I briefly touched on that below, but lower insulin favors optimal fat burning and optimal nutrient storage. If we have lower insulin levels, our body can take nutrients and shuttle them where we want them to go. And guys, it's not a free-for-all. Bulking diets are not ways for you to eat every single thing you want and then say, oh, well, I'm bulking. That's BS. That doesn't work. And patience. Building muscle happens slowly, guys. When I work with clients with specific goals to build muscle, they don't check in with me every week. They check in with me every 2 to 3 weeks because building muscle takes time. If you're obsessed with having it every week, you're going to obsess with the scale weight, and that's when you gain body fat. All right, so what are the nutrients? Well, I put no fat burners on here, and a lot of guys I do know that will bulk will use fat burners when they do cardio. Just kind of, they think it'll burn the extra fat off there while not impeding their muscle growth. In reality, you just don't want to use them. Green tea. Green tea is a fantastic bulking nutrient because it prevents our body from converting testosterone to estrogen, and that's something we really want to watch out for. Omega-3 fish oil. Omega-3 fish oil in high amounts is fantastic for helping our body keep our insulin levels lower, while also helping our body take in extra nutrients into our muscle cells. RALA. A lot of the same principles as omega-3 fish oil, but it also is very beneficial for storing nutrients. It's a very good antioxidant. Take that with your carb meals. L-carnitine taurate, fantastic as helping to upregulate all our androgen sites. Androgen sites are hormone sites. They allow us to build muscle a little bit faster. L-carnitine taurate, 2 to 3 grams per day. And zinc and magnesium. Very essential nutrients involved in over 350 different enzyme processes, but they also help our body stop the testosterone to estrogen conversion, and that's something you really want to watch out for. So that's it, guys. Now, if you want to bulk the right way, you can actually check out my physique formula. You can instantly download everything. There's no shipping charges, no wait times. You get a 10-day trial for just $4.95. If you like it, keep it. If not, you'll never pay a dime. Subscribe above. I release 1 to 2 new videos a day. comment below, and I'm also available for consulting. You can check that out below too. That's it. Have a great day, guys. Later.